I am on a completely empty train at Watford Junction Station, and last night I decided I wanted to visit every station on the St Albans Abbey line. So today I'm going to be visiting every station on the St Albans Abbey line. So we have, let's see if I can remember here, we've got Watford Junction, then you've got Watford North, Garston, Bricket Wood, How Wood, Park Street and St Albans Abbey. I think I've remembered them all. I hope. So I think we are due to leave at, what time is it? 11:45, which is in 10 minutes from now. If all the trains are this empty, then I would love that.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to St Albans Abbey.
So pretty much on the way up this morning was when I was drafting up the plan for how I was going to take off this line. So we're going to start off by going to Garston Station. Oh my, that was loud. Okay, so welcome to Garston, Hertfordshire, as it said on the screens and as it does on train planning apps, which you don't really need to do that. There is only one Garston station, though I am pretty sure that that is a relic of Garston, Merseyside, that closed in 2006, but they still say Garston, Hertfordshire, even though they don't need to. Yeah. I'm also not quite sure how obvious it is, but I have rejigged some of the settings on my camera. I've like vastly decreased the shutter speed, but also applied like an ND filter and also made like aperture and exposure non-auto. So you've got like a lot of motion blur now, but also like a lot better exposure balance, and at least I hope that's what's happening anyway. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. There is also an ex-London Midland station sign here. And what is Interlink? I have never heard of Interlink. Apparently Interlink is like a passenger transport info for Hertfordshire thing. So, I mean, this is Hertfordshire, so that does make sense. Also, the station was opened in 1966, which is really quite unusual for stations to open in this country. It is actually, I'm pretty sure this was the first station, like brand new station, not a relocation, to be opened after the publishing of the Beeching Report. So, yeah, Garston Station, whoop-de-doo. Yeah, right, so next up in like 2 minutes is Watford North.
We are now approaching Watford North.
Alright, welcome to Watford North. It's Watford, but north. This station feels like it was opened, well, either opened or rebuilt in the 1980s. It has that kind of look to it with the thin plastic platform boards. No, all I can find is it says it was opened in 1910. No mention of any rebuilds. Weird. There is also a level crossing here at the station, which I sort of learned was there before I actually saw it, because I heard the train honking vigorously every time it went over here. But it seems to be it's plunger operated towards St Albans, but not on the way back. So, I mean, that's a cool quirk. So far, though, I really am actually liking this line. It's giving me the impression of like the Marston Vale line's little brother, in a way, because it's like all single track, because I'm pretty sure the whole line is single track, because you can only have one train down here at a time. And, you know, still London North Western Railway, and it's a shorter line overall, and just, yeah, I like it, I guess. But this one's electrified, whereas Marston Vale isn't. Why are the door alarms so loud on this train? So, welcome to Park Street. We've got, what is this here? This artwork was commissioned by the Abbey Line Community Rail Partnership. Reflects our community landmarks, designed by artist Amber Stevens and Groundwork Hertfordshire, and completed by pupils from Watford St John's Church of England Primary School and Park Street Church of England School, St Albans. Nice! Alright, cool. So what can I tell you about Park Street? Well, not a lot. It was originally called like Park Street in Frogmore. Was it Frogmore? Yes, it was Park Street in Frogmore. Renamed to just Park Street in 1974, and it was relocated from its old location in the late 1800s. Howwood Station, actually, in a couple minutes' time when we head there, is actually built on the site of the old Park Street in Frogmore station. So that's cool. You've got like two stations, one that's been relocated, and there's still a current station built on the site of this station's old location. I don't know of many more examples of that in this country. Oh, hello, is that a dragonfly? A damselfly? I can't quite tell. I don't know my bugs well enough. But it's a cool looking bug nonetheless. So, well, as I probably hinted at a second ago, yeah, quick hop to Howwood. Then we'll see what we do from there. So, welcome to Howwood, the most recently opened station on the line, which opened in 1988. Opened on the original site of, well, opened on Park Street Station's original site. So here you have Howwood. Now, I have time, I think, until the next train going back that way, to walk to Bricket Wood. So, yeah, you know, you thought you were free from walking. Well, I thought I was free from walking today. Nah, gotta have some walking in. It wouldn't be a station ticking video without some walking between stations, obviously. So it's about a 25-minute walk to Bricket Wood, which is completely fine because we've got, how long is it again? About 35 minutes until the next train to St Albans. Bricket Wood is actually the last intermediate station I've got left now, until we get to St Albans. So, yeah, we're making good progress. I'm pretty sure I literally just follow this road straight down, essentially, and that takes me all the way to Bricket Wood. So, I mean, at least it's not a very complicated walk. I get a nice walk through some Hertfordshire suburbs. Hang on a sec, this road is called Howwood, but, like, this is, like, half a mile down the road from the station. Why is the station called Howwood if Howwood is... Okay, weird. There's the M25 we've just gone over. It is so noisy. Alright, well, we're now in the town, village, I don't know, of Bricket Wood. I think the station's just around the corner, actually. Very short walk, surprisingly. So, Bricket Wood Station. This seems to actually have a bit more of a heritage-y look to it, interestingly. Not sure why Bricket Wood of all of them does, but hey. This station actually did used to have a second platform and a passing loop, but that was removed, you know. At the typical time, lots of things like that were removed in around the 60s. But yeah, having no passing loops on the whole line means that hourly is about the most you can run down this line. If they were to make it half hourly, then they would have to reinstate the passing loop here. But yeah, I mean, there are some campaigns being made to reinstate the passing loop here. But yeah, if they do that, then this line can get half-hourly trains instead of hourly. Anyway, that is the last of the intermediate stations on the Abbey line. So, we'll get this train that's now behind me, and we'll take it to St Albans Abbey, the end of the line.
North Western Railway service to St Albans Abbey.
I'm trying to think, like, what's the best tongue twister you can make out of Howwood? Howwood, get to Howwood. I don't know. So yeah, St Albans Abbey Station. The turnaround here is 6 minutes, so I can't stay here for very long, but yay. So, well, there we are. That's the whole St Albans Abbey line complete. It looks like there's a second, like, former platform down there.
Welcome aboard.
I need to check. Oh, of course, there is the former line to Hatfield that used to go from here that, you know, closed a long time ago. And I'm assuming that platform is for what were the services to Hatfield. Oh, of course. How can I not mention? You know how Harrington Station had the first ever Harrington hump? What was the second one? The second one was here, at St Albans Abbey. So, well, there you have it. That was the St Albans Abbey line. All done. That only took like 2 hours as well. Hope you enjoyed, and I suppose I'll see you next time. Goodbye. And a big thank you to my patrons and channel members who are listed on screen now. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel.